Criminals in today's world are just not as smart as they were before. They think it's worth it to self-snitch as long as they get a few minutes of fame. That's not the case for all of them, but it's the case for the majority. And for Aiden Pleterski, it's no different. Whether it's claims of a 70% return or claims of abduction and torture, this kid's done it all. But the one thing he couldn't do was escape the truth. Aiden's life wasn't always as crazy as it is now, though. He was born on November 18th, 1998 to a middle-class family in Whitby, Ontario. That's Canada for those who don't know. There isn't much information regarding Aiden's high school days, but I do know that he attended Fanshawe College in London, Ontario. It's unknown if he graduated, but he probably didn't considering all the money he made. Aiden first got started in the crypto world back in 2015, and like most of these kids, he was a big gamer at the time. The reason he actually got into crypto in the first place was so that he could buy a lot of in-game items using cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. Aiden was actually an early investor in Bitcoin. Back in 2015, Bitcoin was only $430 per coin, so that's where Aiden actually got his first taste of investing. Because he was able to get in so early, he actually made a lot of money off of Bitcoin, and shortly after, he started his investment firm. But little did he know, this was the beginning of the end for him. Aiden's actually been in trouble with the law before. In the year 2021, Aiden's girlfriend filed domestic violence charges against him, but these charges were eventually dropped and the case was dismissed. Whether that was due to a lack of evidence or Aiden and his girlfriend reaching a compromise, we don't know. Either way, that's not what we're here to talk about today, so let's get into the real story. Aiden's company was called AP Private Equity Limited. The whole premise of this was that investors would be able to make easy passive income through Aiden and his team investing for them. Investors were even told that they'd be trading on a Belize-based foreign exchange company, which in my opinion is an immediate red flag, but evidently a lot of people didn't see it that way, and they trusted him regardless. And that level of trust resulted in Aiden's company raising upwards of $35 million. And this money came from different types of people, not just one class. Aiden's victims range from 70-year-old grandmas who have no clue what's going on, and they even include rich businessmen who should know what to do with their money. One of his former clients actually told a Canadian media outlet that she was offered a 70-30 split on all capital gains, which basically means she was offered 70% of all the profits they generate. And he even told her that they would be generating anywhere from 10 to 20% returns every 2 weeks. That's almost 20 to 40% returns every month. And just to be clear, it's considered a Ponzi scheme warning sign if anything has above a 10% return monthly. The first person I want to talk about is named Sacha Singh. From these court documents, we can see that Singh invested roughly $4.5 million from the 1st of April to the 16th of January. And Singh was promised, like everyone else, 70% of any gains that Aiden made. In that agreement, Aiden also promised that Singh would be able to withdraw any amount of his money at any time they wanted, and a deposit would be sent within 3 business days. Between February and March of 2021, Singh had tried to withdraw money multiple times, but all of his requests went unanswered. And he claims he only received $10,000 from Pleterski, which is extremely low considering he invested over $4 million. Another one of Pleterski's victims was named Diane Moore, and she was 65 years old. She was from Clarington, Ontario, and she invested roughly $44,000 with Aiden. Something that was different with Aiden compared to other people in this situation was that he didn't solicit any of these investors. They all came to him, whether it was from a mutual friend or seeing him on Instagram. In Diane's case, she had met Aiden through a friend she had known for a few years, and all of that $44,000 that she invested was originally intended to be for her grandkids' education, but because of Aiden and his company, she only has around $7,000 left of that $44,000 investment. From these 2 victims alone, you can see that Aiden didn't care who he was scamming. Sacha Singh was a rich real estate investor, and Diane Moore was simply a grandmother trying to make money for her grandkids. All that mattered to Aiden was that he could buy things with it and flex on Instagram more, so that's exactly what he did. Throughout the entire year of 2021, you can see from all of Aiden's online posts that he was buying a bunch of luxury cars and designer clothes, and even some pretty expensive jewelry. But that's not all. Aiden can also be seen flying around the world in private jets, which ended up costing him millions. His car collection consisted of 2 McLarens, 2 BMWs, and a Lamborghini. Taking into account the price of all of these cars, you can assume that his car collection was upwards of $1 million. On top of all the clothes, cars, and planes that Aiden was seeing seen using. He was also renting a lakefront mansion in Burlington, Ontario that cost him $45,000 per month. So for the better part of a year, Aiden was truly living like a king. But shortly after is when the wheels started to fall off. On May 21st of 2022, Sacha Singh actually scheduled a meeting with the head representative of the brokerage that Aiden was claiming to use. The name of that brokerage is FX Choice, and like I mentioned, they're based in Belize. And the man that Singh had a meeting with is named Paul Tagger. During this meeting, Singh and Tagger were both talking about Aiden and his company AP Equity pertaining to the investment that Singh had made. Singh then began to show Tagger a bunch of pictures and videos that Aiden had showed him, claiming that there was over $300 million in FX Choice accounts owned by Aiden and AP Equity. Right after that, Tagger went into their system and proved to Singh that there was no such accounts in existence on their website, which means that Aiden had been lying to him the entire time. He'd been lying to everyone. Not too long after this incident, things got really dark really fast. In December of 2022, Aiden was actually kidnapped and beaten severely for days, and the kidnappers were asking for millions of dollars in ransom money. My first thought when hearing about this is that some investor got angry and took it a little bit too far, and that thought was correct. So now I'm going to introduce a man named Akil Haywood. Akil was among the people who were victimized by Aiden and his company. Supposedly he invested $740,000 into AP Equity and lost all of it, every single penny. And Mr. Haywood was actually the one who introduced Sacha Singh to Aiden. So once Singh showed Mr. Haywood the proof that there was no money in FX Choice, he took matters into his own hands. It's been reported that Haywood and 4 other men kidnapped Aiden in early December and beat him for hours while also forcing him to record an apology video and posting it online. I'm gonna play the video now, so if you have an upset stomach easily, I suggest not watching it because his face is pretty messed up and it's a little bit disturbing.
The creditors. Everything that happened is my fault. I'm not going to put the blame on anybody else. I'm not going to try to put the blame on anybody else. I feel humiliated. I feel disgusted in my actions. I feel disgusted in what I did. After 2021, I feel like a lot of it was illegal. Now, all these guys that are owed the money, I'm going to do what I can do to make it right. I'm going to call each and every one of you.
After this video was taken, it's alleged that Haywood called up Aiden's bank and tried to get them to send him $2 million in cryptocurrency. He even threatened the bank officials. And as of today, all 5 of them have been arrested. No charges have been confirmed yet, but they're all in custody and awaiting trial. Unlike his kidnappers, as of today, Aiden hasn't been charged with anything. All that's happened as of right now is a few government seizures of his watches and cars, and some money. But that's just on the legal punishment side. He's also filing for bankruptcy currently. And the reason for that is because Aiden spent nearly $20 million of the investor funds on his vacations and expensive lifestyle. It's been reported that Aiden only invested around 2% of the money he got, which is roughly $600,000 invested out of $30 million in funds raised. And like I mentioned, he spent roughly $20 million just on his lifestyle and living expenses. So add that in with the $600K invested, there's still a lot of money missing out of that $30 million, which makes me wonder, where's he hiding it? Until recently, no one really knew where this money was besides cold wallets and offline storage. Combine that with the fact that a lot of people actually paid Aiden using cash, it made all of this missing money very hard to trace. That was until recently when a big streamer named Aiden Ross ran into him on Counter-Strike, showing off once again. But this time it wasn't clothes, watches, planes, or vacations. It was extremely expensive digital skins. And if you don't know what Counter-Strike is or what skins are, let me explain. Counter-Strike, aka CSGO, is a first-person shooter video game that's been around since 2012. And in this game, you can obtain items that are called skins, which are basically camos for your guns. And over the years, these skins have actually increased in value immensely due to how rare some of these items are. For reference, the most expensive skin on the market right now is a Karambit factory new blue gem, and this item costs around $1.5 million. Yup, $1.5 million for a gun camo in a video game. And actually getting your hands on these skins is not easy. One of the only ways you can do it is opening cases or trading/buying them online through a third-party website. And cases are basically gambling. You have to pay money to get a key which unlocks a box that will then spin a wheel and land on whatever your skin is going to be. Anyways, while Aiden was on Monkey, he came across a kid who was sitting at the phone and began to show his Counter-Strike inventory. As soon as Aiden Ross's stream saw his inventory, they all went crazy because he had millions of dollars in CSGO skins.
PS? Fam, I have it pulled up right now.
Let me see. No, go to your knives. Please, bro, don't be a weirdo. On God, bro, how, bro, how, dude, how?
Bro, what you mean how?
How, dude?
Bro, I've been trading in the game since like 2015, bro.
What do you recommend I do, bro? My first knife was that shitty butterfly knife.
You want to see something special?
Yes. What is that? Oh my, what is that?
It's a blue gem karambit, bro.
How much is that worth? Come on,
Fam.
maybe you throw me a skin or two?
Yo, let's play together.
Oh, nice. That knife is worth $100,000. Nice. So Aiden, please help me.
Because this clip is going viral all over the internet, people can now see for a fact that Aiden Pleterski still has money. He's just hidden it in a video game. And in my opinion, I think that video clip is really gonna hurt him in the bankruptcy filing because he's now confirmed, like I just said, to have millions of dollars in CSGO skins. Basically, because this kid Aiden Pleterski could not resist the urge to flex on Aiden Ross's stream, he just outed himself and potentially added a new charge of money laundering, on top of having to repay $30 million to investors. If you're on the internet and trying to learn how to make money for yourself, don't just assume because someone posts a luxurious life that they actually know how to make money and know what they're doing, because giving someone all of this money will just result in you losing it. The best option is to teach yourself one of these skills and then try and succeed that way. And real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Drop on Twitter. He's the one who actually found out that that kid on Aiden Ross's stream was Aiden Pleterski. So because of the research he did in confirming his identity, this whole video came to fruition. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you. Have a good one. Peace.